in the game. It's the Lions and the Cowboys. All that and more coming up next.
"20 miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson, or should I say Dean Olson. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go from spectacular AT&T Stadium. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They are led out by their quarterback, Dak Prescott.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the #1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup. Yeah, there we go. At the 47-yard line.
Now Prescott. Along the sideline, a nice catch. The feet in. It's a short gain, but it'll move the chains. A first down. Operating from the gun, here's Dak.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
Yeah! There we go!
On 3rd down, Prescott. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a first down.
Well, I think it's pretty clear what the week's plan was, and that was to get the quarterback in a rhythm right out of the gate. You got to imagine as the game unfolds, they'll sprinkle in some runs. But so far, it's been their passing game to get this game started, and that last one results in a first down.
Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player.
Yeah! There we go!
Prescott again. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit.
That is hot. What a throw. Touchdown, Dallas. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. They find the end zone here on the opening drive. Able to do it in the air.
Mike, it makes you wonder, is this drive a sign of things to come? I mean, this secondary, they had their hands full there. Are we going to see it repeated throughout the rest of this game, or are they going to have some answers on defense?
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So that Detroit offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the former Heisman Trophy winner out of LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. But with that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Gibbs. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10.
First down, Lions.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. That's going to be caught by the rookie from Colorado. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These are the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this matchup, and I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
First and 10 now from the 36.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
His 2nd catch of the drive, this one good for 15 and a 1st down. A run up the middle, it's Gibbs. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. They'll throw with Daniels. Off he goes.
Mike, the defensive line rush plan is critical when you're playing quarterbacks like this. You have to keep him contained in the pocket, because the second he gets out of the pocket, we can see what happens.
This opening drive, it has been a work of art. Now, can they put the finishing touches on? It's 1st and goal. Throwing is Daniels. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Lions.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This taken at the 5. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Cowboys offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Right there.
They'll begin here on the ground. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as the tackle is made just shy of the 40.
Yeah.
Here's Prescott. A quick slant taken by Lamb. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll throw again. Dak. He's got a receiver, and that's Lamb. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a 1st down. Again, Prescott to the air. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense, immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
3rd and long.
46.
Here's Dak to throw. And that ball picked off. It's the ball hawk, Trayvon Diggs again. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Detroit. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a 1st down and keep a drive going. Instead, the worst result. It goes back the other way, Greg, and the defense scores with a pick 6.
Mike, sometimes there's a fine line between being aggressive and being reckless, and I think you find yourself in 3rd and long, you're trying to make a play, but sometimes you just press a little too far, and this time it leads to the turnover and the pick 6.
Next to score, Lions 14, Cowboys 7. Cameron Dicker.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He's dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Cowboys special teams unit heads out for the punt. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Here's the Detroit offense now headed back onto the field. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to third down. Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium after this. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And out of bounds, but in business. They're going to have it first and goal inside the 5. It is a huge play for Detroit. 45 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Gibbs. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Jahmyr Gibbs. Touchdown, Lions. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cowboys offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10.
Yeah!
To throw is Dak. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
He'll find land. That's complete. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. First down, Prescott. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he is out of bounds all the way down at the 35-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. To the air again, Prescott. Over the middle to his tight end, Ferguson. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime in a great spot. First down and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. His second touchdown of this first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer, because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. Oh, he's got room past the 30. He'll wind up getting this all the way to the 45-yard line. The Lions offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll start with great field position up at their 45. To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Fine work defensively. That's going to be knocked away. It'll go down as an incompletion.
Might be wise for this quarterback to try somebody else in coverage here, Mike. This guy's known for being a savvy playmaker once the ball's in the air, and he showed why by swatting that ball away, and he's going to pick up a PBU on the stat sheet.
Play action. Here's Daniels. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. To the goal line and in. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Detroit.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
A try here for the extra point. He's got it. And the Lions have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Here comes a return from the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing is Prescott. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this second quarter. Prescott on 1st down. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. The lead is a couple of touchdowns as this drive kicks off 1st and 10. Slot man in motion right. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Lions.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Pitts is the man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Now a loose football. The Cowboys have it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security. Which team does a better job protecting it, and which team does a better job taking it away.
12 yards on that hookup. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Yeah, here we go. 118, 118.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. It's second down.
Yeah, here we go. I take 20.
Operating from the gun, here's Dak. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. Prescott again. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Touchdown, Dallas.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Groupie able to add the extra point. The Cowboys are back to within 7. It's 28-21. After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. It's Xavier Worthy on the return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Lions offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look.
Let's go now. Go check, go check. 19 Lions. Check smash, check smash. 60
On first down, Daniels. That'll be caught. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Daniels now on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Here's Daniels. He runs with it. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 20. A gain there of 24 yards. First down, Detroit. Throwing now, Daniels. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Daniels to throw on second down. That is caught by the tight end. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown, Lions. Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through. And the Lions will extend this third quarter lead. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's Dak Prescott. first and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. This one caught by CeeDee Lamb. Finding space at the 40. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Pistol now for Prescott. Man is open, middle of the field. It is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is second touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
After the touchdown, it's Groupie to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Lions offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. On the ground to start, they give it to Gibbs. Room to run at the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line.
The challenge of playing a running back like this is you feel like you have him under control. You're doing a nice job putting a lid on him, and then all of a sudden, he's got a big spark play like this. That's the challenge. These guys are just so talented. You can only keep them down so long. That was a really nice run.
A throw right side is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Maris Leofau. And the Cowboys will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
On first and 10, Prescott. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Yeah, here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Dak. In the middle of the field, it's taken by CeeDee Lamb. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down. Here's Dak to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he's got another one. Touchdown, Dallas. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. Here comes Worthy to return. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Jahmyr Gibbs and the Detroit offense set to take over again. Both these offenses have been informal. Is the defense going to show up? Can anybody come up with a stop? All tied here in this 3rd quarter, and it's first and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Gibbs. Now a flag comes in. It was thrown by the umpire. The pickup is 4. But holding. Usually that's a holding penalty. That's on the outstanding tackle, Penei Sewell.
Still first down.
On play action, Daniels. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Throwing is Daniels. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. An unbalanced look to the left here on 1st down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Check, go.
To the air again is Daniels. The catch is made by Claypool. And he will score. Touchdown, Detroit. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point try forthcoming. He's got it. And the Lions will go up by 7.
Lions 42, Cowboys 35.
So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Cowboys offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. Here's Prescott. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
At this point in the game, you find yourself trailing. There's only so many possessions left here in regulation. And now after that 1st down sack, this is on the verge of being another wasted possession, and they're getting pretty close here to desperation time. Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Dak facing 3rd and long, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll have a short field, looking to build on the lead. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. We have a tight end motioning left here. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniels. And that is incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That's hot. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Throwing again, Daniels. Taking off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Now Daniels. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the Lions are going to have themselves a first and goal. He's out of bounds at the 7-yard line.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up first and goal.
He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Here now, second down and goal. Daniels now going to look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's third and goal. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. He's in. Touchdown, Lions. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now, for the point after. It's up and good. And the Lions will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to get back to work. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Operating from the gun, here's Dak. That is brought in. And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. It is going to be 1st and goal.
They simply just don't have an answer for this guy defensively, Mike. I mean, regardless of who they put on him in man coverage or the type of zone coverage they try to capture him with, they simply can't slow him down, and we've already seen it here today. A fair share of big plays through the air, a couple of which have gone for touchdowns. He's had a couple nice blocks.
That one taken in, middle of the end zone. Touchdown, Cowboys. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back.
And he kept that play alive as long as he could, but the rush eventually gets to him and takes him down.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this two-point try, but their execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
A one-score game late, and you figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick.
Recovering an onside kick has really become kind of a lost art nowadays, Mike. You just don't see it very often. You're trying to find where's the weak link, where's the hole in the recovery unit. Kicker's got to put the ball there, and then it's just a race to recover it.
There you go.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. And he's not able to get away. He does manage to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll set up second down. To throw is Prescott. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Now Prescott. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Cowboys going to use their third and final timeout. Clock is stopped. 47 seconds left here in the fourth.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. It's going to be pulled in by Dowdle. It'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. And he's going to go down. The pressure, once again, too much. And that should wrap this one up.
And it all came down to that play. The offense finds themselves trailing, all out of their timeouts. The defense knew they were one stop away from ending this game, and they came up big when their team needed it.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Daniels. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there.
Automatic first down.
The defense still arguing about that pass interference call, but their focus needs to be a stop. They face 1st and goal. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. Here we go. One final play. And they are going to add 6 more here at the end. Stay tuned for the coach's handshake. It might not be the friendliest. That late touchdown extends the margin of victory. Here are the game's final play.
Yeah, Mike, I'm not sure how popular this move is going to be on the other sideline. And listen, I understand in the huddle sometimes kind of players take it upon themselves to do things like this, but the call there has to be take a knee, move on, shake hands, and go to the locker room. But not in this case.
So a win for the